honeys. It's Kamara, the Black Dove Oracle. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to another reading. This will be another pick a card reading. That's a 3-card reading. So 3 groups, not 3 cards, but 3 groups. 3-group reading, my honeys. And welcome back. If you are a current subscriber, thank you so much for all of your support in helping me grow this brand new channel. It's taking a minute, but it feels solid. You know, like I'm getting to know people who are regularly showing up to my readings, and I want to welcome new people. If you're new here, my name is Kamara. I'm a psychic medium. I channel my ancestors as well as the Divine Sibyls, who were the ancient oracles back in the day, as well as spirit itself. So know that these messages are received with care and transmitted with care for your best benefit. All right, my honeys. So 3 groups. You know what? I didn't even do any kind of artwork for it. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. We're going to, let's clear the energies a little bit with a little Palo Santo. Let's see here. I have my fan going, so it's trying to blow out my flame. But we're going to clear the energies of all of the decks. I think we've got it started. Thank you, my honeys, for being patient. Yeah, we got that started. And let's see. Oh, here are my, it's a little messy right here. I was all like, where are my chimes? All right. So my honeys, before we go ahead and get started, I wanted to let you know that on December 30th, I am choosing the winner of a 6-month tarot reading for 2025. So if you are interested in getting your 2025 tarot reading up for 6 months, please enter. If you go to my community tab, you'll figure out how to get all your entries in, and you can also enter on my website. So my website is www. I think it's showing. blackdoveoracle.com. So go to my website to enter into the giveaway, 6-month tarot reading giveaway. Also on my website, you can find out how to receive personal readings from me, as well as spiritual life coaching, if that is something you're interested in. So my honeys, the only way that you could do that is by going to my website. I will not contact you in the comments. I won't reach out to you. Please don't get taken. So go to my website to figure out how to get a personal reading from me, and for some lucky person, a free reading from me. Also, if you would like to maybe collaborate, maybe you have something you would like to do together, maybe, you know, we could partner. My email is blackdovedreamer@gmail.com. So please reach out to me. Feel free if you have some opportunities you would like to run by me. Okay, my honeys, before you leave today, before you click off, could you please give it a like? Maybe a comment, maybe you'll even subscribe, whatever feels good to you, my honeys. So please help me support this brand new channel. I really would appreciate it. And lastly, my honeys, I've been talking about Otter Spirit for quite some time. They gifted me these really beautiful Cancer trio of gemstones, Amazonite, opal, as well as clear quartz. And it's phenomenal. They have the most beautiful gemstone jewelry, and it's really kind of weighty. I really love it. And on top of it, they actually help with otter conservation. And so they donate some to the proceeds to helping out otters in their natural habitat. So my honeys, if you want to get a discount, 'tis the season. When you go to Otter Spirit, definitely use Black Dove for 20% off. I think there might be cases where you might even get 30% off, depending on the merchandise. So check it out, my honeys. All right. And don't forget to use Black Dove in the coupon. All right. Okay. So I think we are ready to get started on this reading about what people secretly observe about you. I think this would be what people observe about you, but they would never really share with you, or they haven't shared with you for whatever reason. And again, we have 3 groups, and the timestamps will be in the comment area. But yeah, let's go to group number 1. Okay. And let me write down, we're going to do 600 for group number 1. Just writing that down for myself. So I have to go back and do the timestamps all over again. Just got to remember that. Okay, group number 1, let's clear the energies. Okay, group number 1. So people do observe things about you, group number 1. Things that I don't think very often they feel confident enough to share with you. But we're about to find it out. What is it that they secretly observe about you that they might hesitate to tell you for whatever reason? But what do people observe about group number 1? Your conscious words. So group number 1, people observe that you speak very carefully, very consciously. You may talk a little bit slower or a little bit more deliberate with your delivery. For some of you, you're an artist, and it's the way that you talk about your work. It's very conscious. All the thought that you put behind your work, all the thought that I'm hearing someone may be a writer, all the way that you think, your theories. Group number 1, there's some people who secretly observe just how brilliant you are, how much of a genius you are when it comes to your art, when it comes to that thing that you're very well known about. For others of you, it is about how seriously you take your words. You would never just something willy-nilly say something or, shoot something out the side of your mouth. You're not that kind of person. There's something about you, group number 1, that's very deliberate with how you speak. You would never call someone out of their name. You take your words are very sacred to you, group number 1. They really are. A lot of people feel as if they can't trust you, who can they trust? Group number 1. And that might be something that they would never share with you, really. Just how much of a trustworthy person they think you are. But they trust even the things you buy. Like you could be a brand ambassador. Group number 1, you could be for a lot of people. A lot of people look at the things that you have, the things that you spend your money on, the things that you spend your time on, and they duplicate it. You have a lot of people who low-key duplicate a lot of the things that you do, group number 1. They're like, oh, group number 1 just got a Honda? Maybe I should get a Honda. Like people are like that. Group number 1 just went out and got those new shoes that keep your feet from fatiguing. Let me go do that. Let me try those out. So you have a lot of people who feel like you have good judgment, not only good judgment, but you are ahead of the game. Like you really do. Um, they do look for the new and the different when it comes to you. Some of you are quite innovative. You may be a Aquarius. You may have Aquarius energy, or this new Pluto in Aquarius is kind of hitting your natal chart in a really good way. They do see you as the next best, the hottest. Like you are an influencer. Even if you aren't on social media, you are the original influencer. Like people just gravitate towards you and they want to know, what are you doing? What are you up to? Many of you in group number 1 are very popular. Just, I mean, in the way that you get along with people and that people gravitate towards you. You know, a lot of people, they may not admit it, but they like how intuitive that you are, group number 1. They like that you can reach from the deep within and come up with some real gems when it comes to understanding people and the world. And so there are many people who they would love to start something new with you. They observe that you're very cool. You are a very good business person. Group number 1. They observe that you make the kinds of decisions you make. They see how life works for you. There's a lot of people around you who don't really see you fail. They don't see you struggle. But I don't think it's because you don't struggle, group number 1. I think it's because you take everything in stride. You're not a person who's like, oh, you're not a person who's kind of like, woe is me, I'm a victim. Even if something happened to you that really wasn't your fault, you're kind of this person that decides, where is it that I can use my power? So you're not a person who's hopeless. You're kind of like, where is it that I can use my power? Where is it that I can get a leg up? You don't give up very easily, if at all, group number 1. Yeah. Many things that you do and the success that you achieve around it, it's because of your collaborative nature. I think people see that first, like how ready you are to partner with others, to work alongside others. That's really where a lot of your visibility comes from, is in partnership with others. People see who you work with. Not only do they see who you work with, they see how you work, group number 1. They see that you accomplish great things, that you are a master of action. King of Wands here. Not only do they feel like you're charismatic and quite interesting, really, but they see you as someone who really takes action on their dreams, takes action on their desires. There are a few people who observe you, group number 1, and I think they're starting to understand how attracted they are to you. You have someone around you who doesn't understand their attraction to you. I think because this person has always been into external looks. But when it comes to you, group number 1, not that you're not externally beautiful, handsome, whatever. It's not that. It's just that when this person becomes attracted to you, they know right away. They're like, why do I feel so drawn to group number 1? And it's in that question and curiosity for them that they start to understand that they're drawn to you because of your intelligence, your wisdom. your genius. I mean, yes, I think in a low-key way, this person's like, yeah, I mean, I definitely could be attracted to group number one, but they kind of recognize that that's not the thing that they were leading with. It's your mind, group number one. It's the way that you put things together. It's how you organize things in your mind. This person's very fascinated with you. Very. They want to know where you came from. Who are you? Why are you? Group number one. They definitely feel some kind of deep attraction towards you too. But they may not say it at first, because this is about what people secretly observe about you. So there is someone who's very attracted to you, but I don't think you know who they are, because they are not leading with any kind of talk around that. You may find that this person stares at you, though. I don't know why Spirit's showing me that. You may catch this person looking at you every once in a while. Spirit says, if that's the truth, then you know this is your group. Spirit said one more card from here. Right? Two of Cups. Spirit's like, yes, there is someone who has some very deep feelings for you, group number one. They do. This could be, for a few of you, someone you're already with. Congratulations, because this person might be stepping up your connection, like the commitment of your connection soon, or they might be, how do I want to say, they might instigate that, or they may ask you about that soon. But if you are single, there is a person who is looking to come towards you, group number one. They feel as if you all could do very powerful things together. You all could build a life together. They may express their interest in you soon, but they may not share with you, group number one, all of what they are visualizing when it comes to their hopes and their dreams in regards to a relationship with you. So this could be interesting for you. But this person feels like they're at a critical place in the relationship with you, because I think that they're kind of figuring, if they don't really step up now and talk to you about their interest in you, they're having some kind of like sixth sense that someone else is going to come towards you. And as much as they kind of fear talking to you about their feelings, they fear that even more. Someone else coming along who wants to date you or who's interested in you, group number one. This person's like, I can't let that happen. I mean, that person could say whatever they want, but this person, for group number one, this person wants to kind of beat this person to the punch very soon. Very soon. Because I think this person, some of you in group number one, you may have someone hovering over, around you, kind of like, giving you some energy, group number one. And this person might be looking at it like, no, I got to talk to group number one. And this person could have innocently seen you just talking to someone, maybe laughing, maybe just hamming it up. But this person is realizing, the one that wants to let you know their feelings, group number one, this person is realizing they need to make the effort quite soon. They can sense inside of you, group number one, that you are moving forward, that you have things that you are doing with your life, that your life is starting to take a different direction. They sense many things about you that are healed. that are growing. For some of you, this person sees you as a very solid figure in their life, someone they could always come to, someone who protects them, someone who really actually goes out and does things for them when they need help, when they need support. So group number one, this person observes in you a father-like energy. Regardless of gender, this person sees you as someone who takes care of business, sees you as someone they don't ever have to worry about their safety as long as you're around. You do take care of this person. But what they observe in you is a part of you that would never let anyone experience what maybe you experienced as a child. Some of you in group number one were dealing with some issues around abandonment as a child. And I think when you grew up, you're like, there's no way, I don't want any other child that's either related to me or in my vicinity or, someone I'm working with. I don't ever want them to feel like an orphan. I want them to always feel loved and wanted. And I think that's what you do for many people, regardless of, your relationship with them. You may work with children. You may work with teenagers. There's something here about you, group number one, really being that go-to person. And this is what people are seeing, that, some people have peeped that you've made that commitment because of your childhood. There's a few people who might know about your experiences growing up, and they see how much of a mission you're on to make sure there's no child that ever has to go through what you've gone through, group number one. Yeah. I'm going to shift it a little bit. Because I mean, a king of wands energy. When people see you like this, they feel like you're actually very attractive. You're very virile. You're very attractive to them. Some people, even though they may not say it, they feel like you're a little bit of a Don Juan when it comes to your relationships, the intimate ones. They feel like you do a lot of hot and heavy and fast attraction. Some of you are fire signs. But, what people observe in you is just, how intense your relationships are, group number one. How people are obsessed with you. Obsessed with what you're doing, how you're doing it, where you're doing it. People observe that other people can get very preoccupied with you, group number one. Yeah. You have 8 of Pentacles here. I think, a thing that other people observe in you is, I think they kind of wonder, how do you have time for everything? Like, how do you work so hard, get things done? And at the same time, you have all these people kind of chasing after you. You have all these social things on your calendar. So group number one, you're very much envied for how you manage your life. You're envied over the victory that you have, how you are a winner in life. You really govern your own life. You lead with such optimism, such passion. So group number one, there's a lot of people who they kind of just, I think you have a lot of secret admirers. And it's not that people feel intimidated to tell you about their feelings, but I think they more feel insecure about who they are. They don't know if they're going to be your type. they see you as someone who's a leader, who's a driving force. And many people will say, I'm not really doing anything like group number one. Group number one, they also see you as someone who will fight for what's theirs, for what's fair, even. They don't see you as a pushover at all. But they also see you as someone who enjoys their life, enjoys the things that they have created, right? Yeah. Enjoys the things they've created, the emperor. For many of you in this group, you have like a really strong masculine energy. You work with your masculine energy a lot. You create, you drive your life through that energy, and it's worked for you. You're a straight up emperor. But I think what people observe about you is that they don't want to really talk about is that they want to be with you, group number one. They really do. You have a lot of secret admirers. People who just wish they were in a relationship with you. People who wish they could get close to you. People who wish they could be protected by you. For some of you in this group, you have a couple of people who really feel like they want to marry you. They feel like you're their soulmate. They feel like there's no one else. They fantasize about you heavily, group number one, as being their one, as being their person. And Spirit is saying it's more than one. So Spirit is saying doesn't necessarily mean these are your folks. It's just people who admire you, people who have a huge crush on you. So anything else about group number one before we? No, I mean, really? You got some people who fantasize about you quite often. Mm-hmm. But it's like mixed with that whole idea of just how masculine you are, like how you take care of things, how you're reliable and you're a force to deal with, group number one. So like I said, regardless of your gender, you are very much in your masculine energy. You take care of business. And there's someone who just feels like you're all there have ever wanted. You're all they've ever wanted. You are the very definition of all they've ever wanted, group number one. So group number one, if you resonate with this and you feel like, okay, that is me, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the way that I read and want to stay connected, please subscribe, and then you click that bell so that you'll get notified when you upload new readings. Group number one, you are number one in many people's heart. You are. And with that, I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, take care. Hello, group number two. How are you? Welcome to your pick a card reading on what people secretly observe about you. But they're probably not going to tell you. It is probably, or at least in the moment, they're not going to tell you, group number two. So group number two, let's clear the energies. So group number two, what is it that people secretly observe about you, but they probably won't mention? They probably won't tell you. Let's see what the opening card says. You're protected. Group number 2, there's a lot of people who secretly observe how protected you are by spirit, how protective of your energy you are too. Group number 2. Like, you just don't allow people to in and out your energy without reciprocity. So group number 2, what people notice about you is not only how protected you are by spirit, your guides, your ancestors, they also notice that nobody can get past, no one who is not supposed to get past that energy is going to get past that. You're highly protected, and you do not allow people to mess around with your energy either. Group number 2, you don't allow people to mess with your energy. And that's something that quite a few people observe and secretly observe about you. You may have people around you, a particular group of people, they are trying so hard to figure out how to get into your business. I don't know why they want to get into your business, but they do. A lot of them are jealous. That's what Spirit says. And they can't really, there's some people who feel like, especially, I don't know why Spirit is showing this to me. You got 3 of Swords. If you are new in town, you've got some kind of new status. It could be new at your job. It could be new in your neighborhood. It could be new in your building. There's someone who has an interest in you, but they've got their own life. Okay. They have their own life. And this person is, so what they observe about you to group number 2 is that you're single. They're like, wait, group number 2 is single, and they don't feel like they're in a position to, I'm here to come after you. That's kind of an interesting way to say that. But yeah, there's someone who likes you, but they're in a relationship. And I would say they're in a relationship with someone who gets very jealous. That's kind of interesting. This is someone from the past. This could be an old high school friend. It could be an old college friend. This is definitely someone who has always been hanging around you. They've always been crushing on you a little bit, or I don't know, maybe you both did try to give it a try at some point. 6 of Cups. It could be definitely like a past relationship, but I kind of feel like this is someone who just never has ever gotten a chance with you. But they really want to. They fantasize a lot. About being in a relationship with you. They dream about you a lot. I think what they observe about you too, group number 2, is that you are a very powerful psychic person. I think this person tries to get readings on you. They might do their own readings. They try to dream about you. They may like to astro travel towards you. I think what this person is observing, though, is that you are highly protected. So whenever they're trying to do any of their love stuff, I'm not saying they're doing spells, but they could be. This is someone who's trying to get in there and influence you on the spiritual, psycho-spiritual level, group number 2. But I think what they're observing about you is that you're highly protected, meaning your guides are just not letting them through to do their shenanigans. They're just not. That's interesting, huh? Your guides are like, no, you can't have access to group number 2, even in their sleep. Because look at that, Empress. People observe about you, group number 2, that the energy you're always in is one of receptivity. Even though they know you work hard, they never see you sweat. They never see you, uh, you know, chaotic or discombobulated. They never see you like that. It's like, you always look like you're resting, relaxing, at leisure. There's something about your whole comportment is that way. This person observes there's very few things that can ruffle your feathers, that can smear your makeup, even. Like you're one of those people who seem to look perfectly calm, cool, and collected. No matter if the weather's hot and humid, you seem quite refreshed. If the weather is cold and icy, you seem warm and rosy. It's like these people never see you out of your inner peace. Like they don't see it. They see that the life that you're living was made and built just for you. Group number 2. Really, literally, people are quite envious of people in this group because they feel like whenever they see you, you're wearing the perfect dress or the perfect suit. Whenever they see you, there's flowers blooming around you. There's many people who are jealous of group number 2. I hate to say it, but they don't understand how you do what you do, how you have what you have. They feel as if you are light years ahead of them, I'm hearing. That's interesting. They feel as if the things that how you run your life, it's like a fine oiled machine. A fine oiled machine. Some people observe that you are a flirt, but it's very subtle. They're like, there's some people you flirt with, group number 2, who you do it in such a way that only they know that you're flirting with them, not other people. Other people are like, was group number 2 flirting with them? I don't think so. I don't think they were. Yeah, it's just funny. I think group number 2, that there are many people who have admired the life you've built for yourself. And they see that you are in deep collaboration with your guides, with your ancestors, with spirit itself. They use you as a model because they see that how you run your life, the outcomes of your life are very evident. Group number 2. They see that you reap what you sow, meaning as you're sowing, they're observing, and as you reap, they observe as well. The journey, nothing is as it seems, being true to yourself. Yeah. What a beautiful card. But see, group number 2, I think many people have observed you as someone who maybe in the past, in the deep past, you have had to overcome a lot of your own illusions about life, illusions about other people, illusions about even relationships. And there was something there that maybe you felt like out of all of these really toxic, horrible relationships, you had to go and find your inner lotus. The lotus grows from the mud, grows from the murky waters. And for you, your healing path, group number 2, was to emerge from these murky waters as a lotus, meaning that you are fully realized. You fully love yourself. You trust yourself. You trust where you're going with these beautiful wings. You even trust the divine feminine, which you are deeply a part of. There's something about your spiritual path, group number 2, that people are starting to understand. You're not just any old regular person. You're here on a mission. You're here to do things. And there are people, group number 2, who are understanding that they cannot stop you. So if that was something they wanted to do, if that was something that was on their mind, stopping you, blocking you, they're realizing no. Group number 2, they have a mission that is not only otherworldly, it's godly. And I think your enemies, your detractors, they're starting to understand there's nothing they can do to stop your path. There's nothing. They could try to talk to people, they could gossip, they could try to intervene with something you're doing. They can't do it. 8 of Cups. I think they're understanding here that what they have been trying to do to kind of slow down your progress, they can't do any more work on it. They have to walk away from their jealousy. They do have to walk away from their envy. Yeah. Because there's too many people around you who love what you do, who actually benefit from what you do, who, if you are a healer, there's many people who just love your work. They talk about you constantly in terms of how you've helped them, how you've assisted them in loving themselves even. You have a lot of people who's going to be presenting you with some business opportunities too, because what they secretly observe about you is that you get the job done. What rapper was that? Big Daddy Kane. I get the job done. Y'all let me know in the comments. I think that is. Is that Big Daddy Kane? Let me just go look it up really quick. I'm pretty sure it's like I get the job done. Let me see if that big is that Big Daddy Kane. I think it's called I Get the Job Done. Yeah, the lyrics. Let's go to the lyrics because maybe there's something there for you. It says here in the lyrics, the question at hand is, how do I love thee? I count the ways, but the girls don't shove me. One by one, you can come and caress me, undress me, and molest me. But you can't possess me because I love a young lady that's beautiful, but one that's smart. That's one that's smart for me, is more suitable. In other words, it makes it simple and plain. You've got to have a brain in order to be Miss Kane. But in the case of not becoming a lady, I take them 88 to 80. Dumb, cripple, and crazy. I don't know why I'm reading this. I was all like, is there something in the lyrics? I don't know. It's just more about getting the job done than it is Big Daddy Kane's lyrics. I don't know. I feel like group number 2, there are people who actually feel like they're smart enough to be with you, but I think when they come towards you, you're like, no. I think that's what it is. It's like there's some people, they feel like they're evolved and have grown, and you're like, I'm actually looking for something else. That's kind of interesting. So you may attract some very confident, if not narcissistic people. And what they notice about you is that you are free, group number 2. And there's something about them that they really want what you have. They do. They want what you have. What does that mean, Spirit? Yeah. You got Page of Wands. You got Page of Cups. And you've got the Sun. They see where you're going, group number 2. They see how popular you are. They see how everybody loves you, that people can't stop talking about how much they love you. And there are many people who are just coming towards you, letting you know how much of a prize you are. I think what they secretly notice about you is that you are heading towards greatness. That's why you're getting all this like accolades and people wanting to ask you out and everything, because they know your greatness. They see the sun hovering all around you, group number 2. They see the sun is quite clear when it comes to you. Some people are disappointed. Maybe they're disappointed in the way that they opened a relationship with you. Like when they first met you, maybe they didn't see what they see now. And now that's causing them some distress. It is. The Devil card is here. It's causing them distress because now they can't stop thinking about you. Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? You have someone who dismissed you. Maybe because you didn't look how they wanted you to look, or maybe you didn't do something the way that they usually would think somebody would do it, but they totally missed you, group number 2. They miscalculated you. They don't understand you. They don't understand how it is that they allowed. There's somebody learning something right now in regards to something they observed about you. You know what's interesting, group number 2, is you don't seem to care about what other people think. And this person is starting to realize, because I think that's what they tried to do, is they tried to come at you from a place of trying to, like maybe give you the cold shoulder, maybe just kind of like non-interest in you, like, who are you kind of thing. And they expected you to respond in some kind of way, maybe even be worried because they didn't like you or something. But they don't really, I think what they're starting to observe in you, group number 2, is that you don't really care. You don't care what other people think about you. In fact, when this person, they may have like given you the cold shoulder, or you may have tried to go towards them and they kind of rebuffed you. Whatever it was, they really thought they were going to continue to have the upper hand in the treatment of you, or they thought they were going to get people to kind of like go along and how do you say? They actually thought that you would kind of be concerned about how they thought of you, but they didn't know you. You didn't know them, and you were like, so okay, like you regard rejection as your protection. So if someone who doesn't know you kind of like rebuffs you or kind of like turns you down, you're not running after them. You're like, oh, okay, I guess that wasn't for me. or this friendship, business partner, whatever it was, it's not for me. You're that simple, group number 2. And people are starting to realize that there aren't many things in life that stop you. Even if someone tries to put down a barrier, even if someone tries to create some kind of situation, you don't let much stop you. And people are starting to realize they didn't have any power in those situations. So it is interesting, group number 2, that someone right now is seeing that wherever you are, even if you get knocked into a puddle of mud, you will come up as a lotus. You will always resurrect in your power. That is what people secretly notice about you, how powerful you are and how you will never take any shit. And that you're completely blessed and protected. Really. Your ancestors don't play about you. So it's just kind of interesting. Because somebody could have turned you down, and I'm seeing this, and that's probably the last thing I'm going to say. Someone could have turned you down because they thought for sure you weren't the Empress. And that could have been based on your looks. There's somebody here who really thinks that how their little 3D vision of the world works for everyone. They don't understand yours, group number 2. In fact, this person's embarrassed that they didn't see that you were the Empress. Because other people around you are like, no, I'm very clear. Group number 2 is an Empress. Like, what are you talking about? But someone could have a lot of bias. They could be fat phobic. They could be homophobic. They could be racist against your culture. Whatever it is, they didn't expect for you to be the Empress. They didn't expect for you to be coming up. And now they're eating their words. Now all they can do is sit with this double energy and watch you as you move up in life, as you get all the prosperity and abundance you need. This person's like tripping. Because in their mind, someone like you is not supposed to be the Empress. I guess what they're secretly observing right now is their mistakes. All right, group number 2. So if you resonate with this, could you please give it a thumbs up? It's a way to help me grow this brand new channel, group number 2. If you like the way that I read and you want to stay connected, please subscribe. Click that bell because you get notified when I upload new readings. And group number 2. I know that's right. I know you're on your own thing. And it's kind of interesting how someone's bias is taking them in a whole different direction, but it's where it needs to be, out of your face. All right. Hello, my honeys in group number 3. How are you? This is Kamara, the Black Dove Oracle, and this is your reading. What people secretly observe about you, but they probably will not say, maybe not right now. Let's clear the energies, group number 3. Okay, group number 3. So yeah, they may never say what they're secretly observing, group number 3, but they do see something about you. They have been watching and observing you, group number 3. Okay. Blue flame. I think that there are people around you who are starting to understand just how powerful you are. The blue flame, it's kind of like, how do you cultivate your energy and utilize it for your very best benefit, group number 3. You tend to energize people. You tend to, like, what people observe about you is that your energy, when you step into the room, the energy shifts. When you step away from the room, the energy shifts. So group number 3, you're highly energetic, you're highly magnetic. And people understand that is, there's something about you that really, it feeds people. It it helps them to feel inspired. People like to grow around you, group number 3. They really feel like you're heading in a direction that means success. I mean, that's all 3 groups. I think a lot of people notice just how on point you are. But group number 3, there is a real general sense that you're so humble. People in group number 3 do not talk a lot about the things that they are doing. They very much work in silence. And there's something here about how with humility and compassion, you're always seeming to build there's even greater things that you're doing in that energy. I think what you do is you challenge a lot of people to get out of their ego, group number 3, and really join us all at the human level. You're not a femme fatale. This came out reverse. You're not trying to get over on people. Some people are realizing, no, they can really actually trust you. They realize that you've got some chivalry, you've got honor. The knight is honorable. The knight is committed to the goals and the intentions of the kingdom. And that's how you are. I mean, really, you are kind of a femme fatale in the sense of like a lot of people observe in you things that they really like. Some of you, you've got people who admire your back or your back end. Others of you may have like a tattoo that people are like, they can see a little bit of it, but they're like, I wonder what it fully looks like. Like you have a tattoo in some kind of strategic place where people are like, what is that? I want to see that. But they know that there's only one way they could see it is by knowing you intimately, group number 3. You're a very magical person. What people observe about you is every time they're in your company, you're able to manifest things. Things are in a way that feels magical. People feel like, you could say you want to encounter something, or I don't know. There's the spirit showing me like you could say, oh my God, I hope they have fresh baked whatever at this restaurant we're going to. And the next thing you know, you step in the door and it's like something's coming out the oven. The very dish you wanted, like there's something about you, group number 3, you say something, it's almost like you call it in and it's there, it materializes. You are not a victim in life. You have had many kinds of life situations that they should have put you in the ground, but they didn't. And you would be the first one to talk about that, group number 3. And what people observe about you, group number 3, is that you're strong. You don't blame other people. You really look at yourself first. When it comes to love, you actually prefer to meet people through your friends. And you would tell other people, listen, the only people I'm really interested in meeting or dating right now are friends of friends. Because I know my friends. And they wouldn't set me up with someone who wasn't for me. So that's kind of interesting. There's a lot of people who realize that if they don't know people that it's harder to get close to you, group number 3. Yeah. Some people wonder if you're engaged. I don't know why. Somebody noticed a ring you were wearing. I'm all looking at mine. No, someone's noticing a ring you're wearing and what finger you're wearing it on. That's for somebody. They're peeping that you're engaged, but you haven't said anything. Some people are noticing that you are definitely giving a relationship a chance, that you're getting very deep in your relationship, and somebody's wondering if you're engaged. That's interesting, but they're seeing how serious things are getting between you and your partner. If you are with someone. They're wondering, is group number 3 about ready to get married? They're seeing something, but I think they're keeping it to themselves. Key to success. See? There are many people around you, group number 3, that are like, group number 3 knows what's going on in life. Group number 3 knows how to make things happen in life. They feel like you are living the life you've always wanted, that you're loyal to this life because you've worked very hard. You've transformed a lot of things about yourself, group number 3, to get you to this key. And this key of life, it's everything for you. Someone is realizing just how dedicated, how loyal, how committed you are to the life that you're living right now. So for some of you, you could have changed things at the core level. 5 of Wands. Yeah, you had to fight to stay in the game, group number 3. They're observing that you've had to fight for the things you've had. They weren't handed to you on a silver platter. You're not a trust fund baby. You do not have inheritance. Everything that you have right now in this moment, you have built. You've had to fight for. And that's what they're observing about you, is that the easy road was never one that they could accuse you of taking. Yeah. Many people see you, group number 3, as a hermit, as someone who is very serious about life, serious about your growth, serious about taking care of yourself, about being the kind of person other people need. Your growth matters to you, and that's what a few people observe. Like, you don't take anything for granted. And when you need to, you will go out on your own and do things on your own if necessary. You don't wait for people either, group number 3. That's big. Someone's observing you don't wait for people. So if people are kind of, they're kind of like dilly-dallying, they're not really serious about things, you'll just move forward on your own. Taking your own money, Page of Pentacles, doing what you need to do to invest in yourself. You are that person. You invest in yourself. You invest the time, the resources, the money in yourself. You'll spend your money to get things done. So people are seeing your commitment. Yeah. And the way that you're willing to make things happen, even if you've got to save up to make it happen. 4 of Cups, even if you feel like you have really got to focus on the things that you desire and really step away from anything that's distracting. Yeah. They also see that you will utilize your resources. You will put the plans together. You will do the long work of analysis and research to get things done. So group number 3, people often see you as very smart, very intelligent, someone who, Ace of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, someone who most definitely is winning at life, winning at prosperity and abundance. They see you that way. Even if they don't say anything, they know. You're in a different realm. You're in a different, yeah. You do things differently. It's a lot of cards, Spirit. Mhm. You're not impulsive. In fact, you're very careful. You take things slow. And you will even slow yourself down if you feel like you're going too fast. Because for you, it's always been about the journey. It's always been about your pathway that has been blessed by spirit. This is the things that really make you happy in life. It's not money. It's not really relationships. It's more about being on your path and accomplishing those things on your path. Because you have consciously changed your life. You didn't wait for the tower to come and surprise you. You kind of demolished the tower on its own. You were the one that took down the tower because you're like, this doesn't fit for my life anymore. This tower doesn't really hold the things I needed to hold. So you're embarking on a new beginning, a new cup, one that is overflowing, one that people are going to start to know and see the real you. They're going to understand the energy you're working with. Your cup overfloweth, and you are quite successful. That's what's coming towards you. That's what people know. And they sense that this is 2025. I'm speaking very specifically to somebody right now, even though it's a timeless reading. People sense your victory is on its way. If it hasn't already happened, it's on its way. People are like, dang. And was it this group or was that the other previous group? There is someone who is regretting how they made you feel when they first met you, group number 1. What was it? No, that was the other one. Yeah. They did not know who you are. This is related to the last reading too. They didn't know. This key of success is yours. It's yours, baby. Mm-hmm. And they're just watching like, oh my God, this is how you do that? You are inspiring quite a few people, group number 3. If not baffling some, you are inspiring others. Because they're like, wait, this is how you do that? I don't think they've ever watched anyone from soup to nuts do a whole project like yours and be successful at it. But they're seeing your growth opportunity, the keys to success. It's because you're loyal to yourself. It's because you're loyal to your mission, your cause. Yeah. So that's what I have for you, group number 3. That is what people observe about you, that you're getting ready to take off, that literally you are a star. So group number 3, please give it a thumbs up if you resonated with any or part of this reading. It really helps me to grow this brand new channel, and I appreciate you all so much. And if you like the way that I read and you want to stay connected, group number 3, just subscribe by clicking that button, subscribe, and then you click the bell and you get notified when I upload new readings, which is pretty often. Okay. But if this is where we part, group number 3, congratulations, because something really huge and big is coming your way with all this change. All right. Take care, my honeys.